Okay, so in the last video, we ended here. We used the Stirling approximation. We have the probability in terms of all of this. And now let's simplify that. Let's notice that e to the minus n plus x over 2 is equal to e to the minus n over 2, e to the minus x over 2, and e to the minus n minus x over 2 is e to the minus n over 2, e to the x over 2. Therefore, e to the minus n plus x over 2 times e to the minus n minus x over 2 is e to the minus n. And so our expression becomes p is equal to n to the n to the 1/2 to the minus n we have 2 pi square root n plus x over 2 square root n minus x over 2 square root n plus x over 2 to the n plus x over 2 n minus x over 2 to the n minus x over 2. Okay, so we can combine, we have a power of n over 2, and then we have a power of x over 2. And then we have a power of 1/2. And so we can simplify this expression further. We have an n plus x over 2 to the 1/2 times this to the 1/2. Okay, so we'll end up with, let's see, probability becomes, we have these various factors, n to the n to the 1/2, 2 to the minus n. We have an n minus x over 2 to the x over 2. Right, I just brought this part, the part to the minus x over 2 up to the numerator. Root 2 pi. We end up, right, n plus x, where are we? N plus x over 2 square root times this square root. They're all over 1 square root, and so we end up, we can square that, right? So we have a perfect square there. We have we have a term where we cancel the middle term, right? N plus x times n minus x is n squared minus x squared, and we have the factor of 2, so we get a n squared over 4 minus x squared over 4 to the 1/2. We have an n plus x over 2 to the n over 2, an n minus x over 2 to the n over 2, and an n plus x over 2 to the x over 2. Okay, so now we want to think of pulling out an n. N is a large number. Right, to pull out a large number, we can see that we'll have terms that we can think of as smaller than others. So let's think about this. Let's pull out an n, and this will get us, so this gives us n to the n, n to the 1/2, 2 to the minus n, n over 2 to the x over 2, and what's left there is 1 minus x over n to the x over 2. And we divide that by square root of 2 pi. Let's pull out an n over 2, right? N over 2, we have, we pulled an n squared over 4 out, but we have the square root, so it becomes n over 2. What we have left is 1 minus x squared over n squared, square root. We should have multiplied these earlier, but we have n plus x over 2 times an n minus x over 2 to the n over 2, and the last term we pull out an n over 2 to the x over 2, so that we can cancel this term. We'll have something like that, but with a plus sign. And we'll continue this in the next video.